Hey guys, welcome on in. Hello, hello. We're making soup. Felt like a good soup day. Hey Denise, welcome on in. So I'm actually making French onion soup. I've made this one time with you guys before and it was absolutely delicious and it felt like a soup day. I really wanted to make soup again. So I figured I'd make the French onion soup. Hey Denise, hey Michelle, welcome on in everybody. Have you guys ever made French onion soup before? It is so delicious, so savory, and it's like one of those soups that always hits the spot. And normally I like to add like something else to it. Today I'm just making French onion soup, but you can add potato to it or carrot or things like that to make it more hearty. But I'm just having plain Jane French onion soup tonight. Hey Charity, hey Susan, hey Monica. Welcome on in everybody. Alright, so to start off, you need 6 onions. I know it sounds like a lot, but these are sweet onions. So it isn't overwhelming. It's very good. And I use a 50-50 mixture of beef stock and chicken stock. And I feel like that almost makes the soup have like its own butteriness to it, you know? It's really good. Alright, so I need 6 onions, which basically was a full bag. I actually am gonna, so usually I just use the full bag, but I'm gonna make a chicken salad tomorrow, so I'm just gonna save that extra onion for the chicken salad. Otherwise, I would have just done 7, but the recipe is 6. Hey Liza, hey Crystal. Thank you, Lori, for sprinkling the love. You've been making lots of French onion soup. It is so good. I don't have one of those, what do you call it? Like a crucible? Is that what you call it? You know, like where you put the soup in the bowl, then you put it in the oven. I don't have that. So I'll make the French onion soup and then I'll just basically make cheesy bread and put the cheesy bread next to my soup, which, you know, sometimes that's better anyway, because at my mom's house, she had one of those, like, I don't know what you call it. I'm just going to call it a crucible. I think that's what it's called. But she had one of those, and I put the bread and then the cheese and then broiled it, and the bread got all soggy, which I was okay with, but I prefer like the crunchy bread, you know? Hey Kate, hey Andrea, hey Crystal. This is something Zach could eat, but he's not going to. He actually, he ate a really early dinner because he ate a really early lunch at work just because things were busy. So everything was super early. I happened to eat super late, so we were just on different eating schedules. But I mean, he can have the leftovers if he wants to. He's not much of a soup person though, so most likely I'll be having the leftovers. You bought white oven bowls at Dollarama. Did they work okay? I'm always scared of getting, like I've seen them at Dollar Tree, but I'm always scared. 'Cause you always hear the horror stories about, like, you don't know what's actually in, like, the material and stuff. You know, when it comes to cooking, I'm always like, I want to make sure it's, like, from a good source, you know? Hey, Sheila. Hey, Suzette. Oh, a ramekin. Okay, it's called a ramekin. What's a crucible? Why was I calling it a crucible? I love soup. Soup's so good. A ramekin. I guess you could put it in like a crock pot too. Because, I mean, you could make the soup in the crock pot and then add like the cheese and stuff after. I think a crock pot would work. Hey Shirley, hey Liza. Welcome on in everybody. Alright, so I'm going to cut up these onions. I think I'll just do a few at a time considering they shed so much, and I don't want to be like cutting the onion and having it land in the onion skin. So I'm just going to do one at a time. Actually, let me put my hair up first. Let me wash my hands and I'll put it up. Zach, can you grab the cat? Thank you. I just washed my hands. In the sink. Morty is so funny. Mordecai, or Morty, my cat, he's obsessed with water. So after I washed my hands, he literally I know it's kind of gross. He went in the sink, and we're trying to train it out of him, but he's like obsessed with water. So he'll go in the shower, he'll go in the sink, and he's just like, he's obsessed. But obviously we don't want him in the sink, because that's where we clean our dishes. The shower is fine, you know, because we clean the shower, but we're trying to train it out of him. Do I get teardrops because of the onions? No, I don't. Onions never make me cry. The only time an onion has ever teared me up was shallots, which are those like tiny purple onions. They're the only onions that actually get to me. Little shallots. Hey Wendy, hey Melissa, but I would have to cut up a lot. Somebody once told me, if you wear contacts, it doesn't mess with you. So maybe that's why I've never had onions like hurt my eyes before, because I always wear contacts. Thank you, Mick. Hello, hello. Glad to see you this evening. Nice to see you too. Hey, Delina. Yeah, sorry guys for the lack of lives today. The YouTube video, I posted a YouTube video. It took a lot longer to edit than I realized, so I posted that. And then I was working on the house and running errands and stuff. And me and Zach went on a 5K, so the day kind of just went away. But I'm happy I'm getting to cook with you guys. And then tomorrow we'll be back to our regularly scheduled lives. Our 2 to 3 a day. Hey Candy, hey Sheila, welcome on in. Hello, hello. I hope this pot is big enough. I used to have a really big pot, and I don't know what happened to it, but we had to throw it away, and this is now my biggest pot. So I hope there's space for everything. Hey Susan, hey Kelsey. Oh, thank you, Mick. Yeah, we need the rain. We need it. Send it on over. You wear contacts and onions do not. Oh, they don't make you cry? Yeah, somebody told me that once when I was live, that if you wear contacts, it doesn't make you tear up. Which I've always worn. I've worn contacts for a very long time, like since I was in middle school. Hey Tia, hey Michela. So I always just thought onions didn't affect me, but maybe it is because of my contacts. Who knows? Julie, I'm making French onion soup. French onion soup. It's so simple. It's literally just onion, stock, thyme, a little bit of like cooking white vinegar, and then you can season it with salt and pepper and garlic. But that's literally all it is, and it's so delicious. You just got your notification? Well, thank you, Michelle, for popping on in. Hey, Joyce. No news on selling the condo. Not yet. We really, really want to sell it before before the house is done, because that will really help us. But we're trying our best to sell the place. We're going to be moving out of here soon and actually staying with my mom and dad, so that will be nice. And then hopefully we'll be able to have like an open house once we're like moved out. And we'll have more people able to see the house. Because right now it's kind of limited because we're still living here. And we have to make sure we're out of the house like when people look. And a lot of people happen to look after work. But that's when we're in the house, is after work. So, also it's not season right now. So once it gets back to season, things should pick up. But hopefully this place sells soon. That'd be so nice. If it's sold before November, that would be amazing. So we have time. We definitely have time. Hey, Beth. Hey, Donna. French onion soup is good, especially JC's mom's recipe. I'll have to ask JC for it. I love French onion soup. JC's a really good cook. At the Crater House, she made these like thin, breaded chicken things that were very, very well seasoned. They were delicious. And then she made like this really awesome salad. I have no idea what cheese was in it, but I loved that cheese. And it was just like a simple balsamic salad, but that cheese like set it over the top. Hey Michelle, hello, hello. I have a bag of onions, but no onion stock. You use beef stock. Well, you can use vegetable stock too. I've used vegetable stock before and it is good, but I definitely prefer beef or chicken. Hey Nathaniel, hello, hello. Oh, chicken cutlets. Okay. I thought it had like a fancy name. I didn't know exactly, but they were really good. She like very thinly filleted them and she seasoned them really well. But they were yummy. She made them live. Hey Nathaniel, hey Lisa, hey Douglas, hey Norma, welcome on in. We're making French onion soup from scratch, I guess. Does it count as scratch if I bought my own chicken stock? I know some people make their own chickens, like chicken stock. So if you actually made the chicken stock, then that's like scratch, but kind of cheated by getting pre-made stuff. Hey Norma. See, if you buy the chicken stock pre-made, this recipe is literally all you have to do is cut onions and dump everything in the pot. Like, it's so easy. She's a great cook with great recipes. Her chicken cutlets are so good. Yeah, they were so, so good. Hey Lisa, hey Jocelyn. Thank you, Lavette, for sprinkling the love. Oh. Be careful, Loveline. There's a fake account that just commented on your comment. Do not click into it. That's a fake account. Do not click into that, Loveline. I just saw like an imposter. I have her mom's French onion soup recipe. I'll find it and send it to you. I would love it. Thank you so much. I love French onion soup. It is so good and it's good for you too. I'm definitely running out of room. Okay, maybe I'm going to get a second pot because I want to meal prep. And usually I make this in like a big thing, but I'm running out of space. So I'm going to actually, instead of splitting my recipe, I'm just going to make 2 pots and just split it between the 2 pots. Because I wanted to meal prep this. So let's see. Do I have another big pot? Oh gosh. Alright. Never mind. I don't have another big pot. So I'm just gonna half this recipe then. Instead of making what I normally make, I'll just half it. So I did 3 onions instead of 6. How does meal prepping work? It's just when you cook things in advance and then you store it for later. And you can either freeze it or put it in the fridge. I usually eat up the soup pretty fast, so I just put it in the fridge. Yeah, I'm just going to make a half batch. That's what I'm going to have to do. Normally I have the big pot, but we had to throw it out. Hey Tony, hello, hello. Yeah, so I'll do a half batch. I was hoping I could fit everything, but there was no chance. No chance. It might cook down, but I'll just do a half batch. And then we'll just make it fresh tomorrow when I need it, you know? Hey, Kayla. Well, I'm trying to caramelize the onions. So I know they will cook down, but I want to make sure I get them like nice and caramelized. I'm making French onion soup. So I'm just making a half batch instead of my normal full batch. So let me pull up the recipe just so I don't mess anything up. Because, you know, I have the recipe where I just do it, but now that I'm doing a half batch, I just want to, you know, make sure. So I cut the onions. I added the olive oil, medium-high heat. I'm going to cook them for 20 minutes until they're softened. It will go smaller. Should I do it? I mean, the onions are already 2/3. It's 2/3 of the pot, the onions. And I would have to add 3 more onions to do a proper one. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Sue. Yeah, guys, be careful. There's a Jessica imposter. I will block them, but I don't know if that will block it for you guys, too. Can you guys still see the spam page? Yeah, I'm gonna get a big pot for my house. Hey, Sandy. Okay, that's enough. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I'll just do a half batch. Not the biggest deal. I can always make more soup tomorrow. I will get a bigger pot. We're just in the middle of the move. So I had a big pot, and the whole bottom got kind of messed up. So we ended up throwing out the big pot, and then we had a slightly smaller pot, but that's like deep in storage because we're in the middle of a move. So this is like my biggest pot I have right now because we're in the middle of a move. Alright, so we have to wait 20 minutes for that. So, you know what? Morty. See, I told you, he's obsessed with water. You want it? You want your water? He's obsessed. Is that... Morty's in the sink again. Uh-oh. Trying to cook. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Stephanie. Alright. No more Morty. Here. Morty, you can say hi, but no more. I'm washing my hands again because of you. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Angela. Oh, it did get rid of their comment? Good. Well, that's good to know. If I block them, it blocks it for everybody. That's good to know. Alright. Let me get this. Alexa, 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, starting now.
Alright, so this is just going to reduce for 15 minutes. Yes, Zach, not Zach. Jared, I see it. I see this comment. Hey, Tiffany. Hello, hello. Oh, really, Stephanie? You know, it's so funny. Everybody always says cats hate water, but there's some cats that love water. Like, really love water. Alright, so we're going to give that 15 minutes, and then we'll add all the seasonings and stuff. In the meantime, oh, sorry, Jill. Hey, Charity. In the meantime, I'm going to make a tiny little snack board for myself because I am really hungry. And this soup's going to take a little while. Yes, you put other stuff in besides the onion, but you want the onion to simmer down, and then we'll be adding sugar, white vinegar, not white vinegar, white, like cooking wine, garlic, and other seasonings and stuff. And then you put in the soup base. He used to do the same thing and drink from the water. You know, it could be like instinctual, because they do say like, with your, like, they say instinctually you don't want to drink like still water, because still water can like have a bunch of bad stuff in it. You want like flowing water. So that they say like if your dog's not drinking water or your cat's not drinking water, you can get like a water fountain for them. Because like instinctually it will encourage them to drink water when it's flowing. Your Alexa has a 30-minute timer? We don't need 30 minutes. Only 15. No, I don't do any milk or cream. This is just onions, broth, and then the seasoning, and then I add cheese on top. I usually do like a Parmesan and a Gruyere. Can I do a Chinese cooking one? I could. I'll have to look up some recipes. I've never made like authentic Chinese food before. I've made like American Chinese food before, but never authentic. Morty, stay down. Thank you, Julia, for sprinkling the love. I'm always making something yummy. Thank you, Jared. You should try this. This is so easy and very cheap. Because, I mean, all these onions, where's the price tag? I think they were only like $4 or $5. Like, onions are really cheap. And then, all you need is the beef stock or chicken stock. That was like $2. And then you can add whatever seasonings you want. So you could use whatever's in your pantry, and that's like free. So it's really not that expensive, and this makes a lot of servings. I'm making 4 servings here. If I made like what I was planning on making, it would technically be 8 servings. But this is so low calorie, I normally eat what they say is 2 servings worth. So for me, this won't be the 4 servings, but they suggest it to be 4 servings. Hey Kimberly, hey Lucy. You got me wanting to make leek soup. Oh, I love leek soup. I've never made it before. I'm kind of scared of leeks. One time I made a recipe using leeks, and I didn't realize that leeks have a lot of sand and like grit in it, and I did not wash them thoroughly enough. So after I was done cooking, like I made this big meal that took forever using the leeks, and I took a bite and it was so gritty because of all the sand. And later I found out leeks have like sand in them that you really have to wash out. I'm making French onion soup. Hey Tracy, hey Lucy. I'm a sucker for potato and bacon soup. Well, you can add potatoes to this, and then you could add bacon to this base. You could do so much with. You could add carrots, potatoes. You could add chicken or beef. You could really like jazz this up or have it be plain and simple. Alright, I'm going to make myself a little snack because I'm hungry and this is going to be a bit. Spinach, that's a good idea. Yeah, you could add spinach to it, or even like broccoli or anything. Like it's good soup. You're making Portuguese soup? That's interesting. Do you have the recipe? Could you send it to me? I would love to make that one day. That sounds cool. I wanted to let you know that I have some ideas for the new room you're going to be making me. I love French onion soup, so delicious. Yeah, it's so good and savory. And I mean, it's good for you too. Onions are very good for you. French onion soup is my favorite of all time. Applebee's has the best ever. I've never had French onion soup at Applebee's. I had no idea they had it. I'm a sucker for French onion soup or chili. Whenever that's on a recipe, no matter where we're going, like if it's a fancy place or like a diner, if they have French onion soup or chili, that's what I'm ordering. Like the second I see it, I'm gonna order it. Yes, I can tell you, but I don't measure. Okay. I don't know. I love soup. So if you think it's a good recipe, if you want to write it down for me, I would love it. But if you don't want to, I totally understand. I know it takes a while to like type out recipes. You had chili tonight? Ooh, that's so good. I love chili. I love chowder. I love chowder pot French onion soup. Oh, I've never had that before. Yes, Applebee's onion soup with 1 sandwich. Ooh, I'll have to try it. Does Applebee's still do those Reubens? Because I feel like that would be really good. A Reuben with the French onion soup. Now you guys got me thinking. By summer, we're all ready for soup and chili now. I'm so ready. I'll have chili year round and soup. I am like a soup person. I love soup. Soups and stews. I love soups and stews. Oh, thank you so much, Ken Shiva. All the way from Switzerland. Thank you so much for the stars. Hey, Jennifer. I'll definitely tell you how to do it. It's my grandma's recipe, and she was Portuguese. Very cool. The next 3 days is supposed to be 100 plus Fahrenheit. That's how it is here too in Florida. Yes, with the leeks, I clean them really good. Yeah, leeks are tough. They scare me. After that one incident with the leeks, like the vegetable leeks. They scare me now. Like, I'm scared to cook with them. But I love, like, potato leek soup. That is so good. You want stuffed green pepper stew? Soup? I've never had that. Oh my god. We all need to make a soup group where we share our soup recipes. With the onion, it's just olive oil. And then once this kind of reduces down, I'll be adding the sugar, the white cooking wine, the garlic, and I think the thyme. I can't remember if I add it right away or if I wait a bit. I'm gonna have to double check the recipe. Hey Mohammed, I love cheddar broccoli soup. That's really good too. Cheddar broccoli soup's delicious. Alright, so here's my little thing of brie. This is just my snack since the soup's gonna take a while and I'm hungry. OMG stuffed pepper soup, delicious. You had that, Sherry? I've never had it. I've never had stuffed pepper soup. Hey Raja, hey Maria. Thank you guys. You're gonna have to explain leeks because I'm thinking like the fish. Leeks are kind of like onions and they're like a long onion and they're kind of they remind me of green onions, but they're flatter and thicker, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm working out while watching you cook, not good. Oh no. Well, this is a healthy recipe. You can have it after working out. You love potato soup? Potato soup is so good. I love soups. I love stews. I love chilies. I absolutely love stews. We need to start just like a soup group together where we share stews, chilies, and soups. That would be fun. Beer cheese soup with popcorn on top? That's interesting. Is that something you created, Kim? Or is that something you get like at a restaurant? That sounds amazing, stuffed pepper soup. I know, that sounds so good. Leeks are really big and really thick. Okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah, just think of a green onion, but bigger and thicker. Like like you know how green onion is kind of like a cylinder, where like the fibers are like this in a cylinder. So the leek, those fibers are thicker, but they're still in that same shape, but then they're kind of flat. Does that make sense? Does the vanilla collagen have a sweet taste? Yeah, so it's slightly sweet. It's not overpowering. There is protein in it too. It's collagen, and then I use pea protein, which is a vegetarian, like vegan protein. And it does have like a sweet vanilla taste, but it's not like super sweet. Like it's not vanilla ice cream. It's more like you know, like a French vanilla, like what you would consider like a normal French vanilla creamer. But it's not super, super sweet. The leeks I buy are straight and very long. Yeah, they are very straight, but they still have that, they're like curved, but then they're flat. You know, and they're straight and long. It's so hard describing a vegetable that the other person doesn't know. It's hard. Hey Tara, hello, hello. Oh, I love chili. It's so good. Hey Rebecca. It's starting to get slightly transparent, so we're almost there. Here's my little snack plate. I need to hurry up and make this. So I added the brie cheese. If you guys haven't had brie cheese, it's very good. It's like a Morty. It's a super creamy cheese with like it has like a husk around it, but you can eat it. But see, it has like that thick brine, and then the whole inside is just super creamy. Can you see that cream? It's so good. I love brie. Do you see how creamy that is? But then the outside is like a thick husk, but you can eat it. Are you able to buy chorizo? I don't even know what that is. I'm not sure. Is that a vegetable or like a spice or what is it? Hey Roxanne, hello, hello. Zach, do you want a little snack?
I'm okay.
Grapes and cheese?
I'm okay.
Alright, and then I have my little grapes. Hey Galoo, hello, hello. Alright. Well, here's my little snack. It's just grapes and cheese. This is gonna take like about an hour, so that's why I'm having my little snack before the soup. Hey Veronica. It smells so good. It's literally just olive oil and sweet onion, but I love onions. Yes, Ashley, I sell protein powder. I have the link down below. Hold on. But I have vanilla, and then I have chocolate. I also have blueberry pancake, protein powder, and I just launched my collagen. And this is a collagen creamer for your coffee. So I sell protein and I sell coffee. So everybody always uses my protein in my coffee. So I figured it'd be good to actually create a creamer. So I made a collagen protein creamer for the coffee. So now we have all the bases covered. But I'm so excited. That creamer is so good. I'm gonna have to make a coffee with you guys in the morning to show you guys. But it mixes so good into either hot or cold coffee. And then you get your protein, you get your collagen, and it's super yummy. Yeah, collagen is safe to take. I always recommend consulting a doctor though, just in case, because, you know, everybody is so different, and, you know, you could be one of those 1 in a million people where you may have something that you can't have collagen with, you know? But for the majority of people, collagen is completely safe. What flavor is the creamer? It's not like it's not like an ice cream vanilla. It's more of like a French vanilla. Like it's more it's like a warmer French vanilla, if that makes sense. Alexa, cancel. So it's not super sweet, but it's more has like a very creamy taste with like a natural vanilla. It's not that like super strong you know, like vanilla ice cream, if that makes sense. Hey Brittany, hey Angel. It's a warm vanilla. Alright, so it's been the 15 minutes. So now we're gonna add this, we're gonna change this to high. We're gonna add a touch more olive oil. We're gonna add some butter, and ironically I only have olive oil butter, but normally I use regular like milk olive oil butter. I use regular milk butter, but not today. Morty, get away. Hey Jenny, hey Janet. He loves food. He is just so food obsessed. Hey Jenny, hey Janet. So we added the butter, the olive oil. Okay, and now we're gonna cook it another 20 minutes. Sugar. Okay, we're gonna cook it another 20 minutes until the onions brown. And it's said to have it on high. Increase the heat to medium-high. Add the oil, add the butter. Stir often until the onions are brown for 20 to 40 minutes. I'm so happy I pulled up the directions because I thought I had the whole thing memorized. I did not realize that step. I thought it was you cook them for 20 minutes and then you add all the seasoning and add all the broth. I didn't realize it was 15 to 20 minutes. then add the butter, and then another 15 to 20 minutes. But these are going to be so nice and caramelized. I'm so excited. And we have more onions for later. You would turn it down. Well, let me try to give the recipe a chance. And if things are going south, then I'll turn it down. Oh guys, I bought a rotisserie chicken too. So I figured I'd have this on the side with the soup, or maybe break it up and put it in the soup. I know I'm kind of cheating by getting the pre-cooked chicken, but I love rotisserie chicken. And this is the lemon pepper from Publix. Doesn't that look so good? But I was thinking about taking part of it, adding it to the soup, like when it's all done. And then the other part I'd make chicken salad out of. This makes the best chicken salad. Hey Anna, hey Sully. Welcome on in. I'm snacking since it's going to take a while. Yes, yummy. I love rotisserie chicken. Have you guys ever had rotisserie chicken? I feel like it's popular, right? It's a popular form of chicken. I love rotisserie. Hey Christy. So this is the brie cheese, and see how creamy it is? You can literally just like, you know, smush it on and have it with the grape. It's so good. So Leah, I'm making French onion soup. It's going to take a while, so I'm having a little snack. Oh, Alexa, 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, starting now.
So here's the onions. They're starting to brown, just a little bit. Here's a close-up of my snack. Rotisserie chicken is delicious, and the best part, it's cooked for you. I know. And you know, sometimes, so I get my rotisserie chicken from Publix, and sometimes it's cheaper than buying the raw chicken. So I'm like, I might as well just buy the rotisserie because it's literally sometimes cheaper than just the raw chicken meat. Like sometimes they do sales and stuff. And it's cooked and it's seasoned, you know. You buy chicken every week for salads. Yeah, well, I use my frozen chicken for my salads. I'll cook up the frozen raw chicken. But for like chicken salad or, you know, when I'm cheating with like soup and stuff, I'll get the rotisserie just because it has such a good taste, you know? Hey Michelle, hey Brenda. Cheryl, I'm live right now. I know I've been live forever, so it probably seems like a replay, but I am live. Hey Michael, please stay on Facebook. I will. I definitely will. Today it's just been a weird day, but then I'll be back to my normal like 2 to 3 lives a day. You had kale veggie soup? That sounds really good. I think my favorite soup is actually tomato bisque soup. I love tomato bisque. And then French onion, and then she crab soup. Have you ever tried she crab soup? Those are like my top 3 soups. Hey Tammy, hey Sandy, hey Julia, hello, hello. Alright, so here's my garlic. I'm gonna knead it. My cooking wine. My sugar, and then some fresh thyme. The recipe calls for bay leaves, but I never use the bay leaves. Plus they're like $10 just for the thing of bay leaves. So I'm not gonna I'm not going to add bay leaves, but if you want to, like if you have them, you can add 1 bay leaf if you want. Hey Lutfer, hello, hello. Alright, so we're cooking this, and then we're going to add the sugar, the salt, the minced garlic, alright. We're on track. We're doing good. Oh my goodness, I see now. Yes, our Sam's have those chickens for $4.98. It can't get easier than that. And I know, it's crazy. It's literally cheaper than the raw chicken. And it tastes so good, and it's pre-seasoned, and it's already cooked. I don't know how healthy it is, because I don't know like how much salt they use or what. But you know, when you're trying to save money, sometimes it's like perfect. You like taco soup, potato soup, and then broccoli soup? That's your top 3, Janice? Hey, Felicia. What are your guys' top 3 soups? Mine's tomato bisque, then French onion, and then sheet crab. You must make some water. It's going to... I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. Hey, Edward. Hey, Shannon. Alexa, how much time left on timer?
10 minutes left on the 15-minute timer.
We have 10 minutes left, and it's already pretty brown, so I'm kind of tempted just to keep on going. Beef stew and broccoli cheddar. Stew's really good. I love stews. Stews are a whole different category for me, though, from soup. Because if we're doing stews, I love corned beef cabbage stew, then red cabbage stew, and then kimchi cabbage stew. Can you guys see a theme? I love cabbage, but I love stew too. Oh, put water in it? We will. Alright, Tara says, sheet crab soup, clam chowder. I like clam chowder when it's red. I don't like clam chowder when it's white. I like the red clam chowder. And then French onion. But we have very similar taste, Tara. Vegetable soup, taco soup. A lot of you guys are saying taco soup. I need to try some taco soup. Like, I've seen it before on a menu, but I've never, I don't think I've ordered taco soup. It sounds good, though. Taco soup, and more taco soup. Oh my god, you guys love taco soup. We'll have to make it one day together, and I'll have to try it. Taco soup. Potato, broccoli, cheddar, and then tomato. Hey Sandy, hey Susan. Do you guys see this little beggar? Hey, Morty. You begging for food? He loves chicken. When I cook chicken, I'll give him some pieces. Oh my god. And we don't have any chicken. This is soup. It's soup, Mordecai. He's such a beggar, though. I'll have to give you some rotisserie later. Egg drop soup. That's really good. You know, when I'm sick, I love like wonton soup or egg drop soup. That's so good. Chicken dumpling. Oh, I forgot about chicken dumpling soup. That is so good. At Cracker Barrel, they do like a chicken dumpling soup. That is so, so good. Alright, let me see. So, I feel like this is pretty browned. I know my timer says I have 10 more minutes. But I think I'll just keep on going because it looks like the photo. Like, it looks as brown as the photo. So I'm gonna add the sugar and the garlic, because once you add the sugar and the garlic, it says you have to do another 10 minutes. So let me do the sugar and the garlic. So 1 teaspoon sugar, but I'm doing half a batch. So I'm only gonna do half a teaspoon of sugar. And then for the garlic, it says 2 tablespoons of garlic, but I'll only do 1. Sadly, I love garlic, but yeah, I'll only do 1 since we're doing a half batch. So the sugar should help it caramelize. Yes, I'm going to be adding broth. So this recipe has no water, it's just broth. Hey Annie, hey Elizabeth. So let me double check my recipe. So we're going to do 10 more minutes. And then we're going to add the wine. And this will help deglaze the pot and take off all the brown bits. That's what the recipe says. So we'll just let my timer run out and then we'll add the vinegar. It smells so good. If you like onion and garlic, definitely make this. You want to try pho? I love pho. I love pho. I wasn't even thinking about pho soup. I have to change my top 3. I would say pho soup, then sheet crab soup, and then French onion soup. That has to be my new top 3. I wasn't even thinking about pho. I love pho soup though. Hey Noelle, pho soup is like a Thai soup with it has like rice noodles and thin really thin beef, but it's still like red. It's kind of like pinkish, and you dip it in the soup and it kind of cooks in the soup. And there's bean sprouts and all sorts of vegetables and stuff, and it's just so refreshing, and I feel so good after it. You're not an onion soup fan? You also love pho? I love pho. Pho is so good. So I get my pho from a place called Pho Saigon, and theirs is not spicy at all. They actually have all of like the spicy stuff on the side. So when you go to get pho, at least at the place I go to, it's almost like a build your own soup, because they give you the raw, thinly sliced beef on the side. They give you the bowl of super hot broth. Then they give you all the vegetables and all the sauces. So when I have the pho, I put the raw beef in the soup, like the broth, and the broth is seasoned and stuff. This is the pho soup. So I put the beef in, and then I put all my vegetables in, and then I'll take my chopsticks and put it in the red sauce and the black sauce. I don't know the names of them, but they have 2 different sauces. And I'll just dip it with my chopsticks, because the 2 sauces are kind of spicy. And I'll take my chopsticks and kind of stir the soup. And then I put a lid on it. They give you a lid. That way everything simmers and the meat cooks. Like literally the meat cooks in the broth. And it's so yummy. It's so fresh. The vegetables are fresh. And the way they thinly slice the beef, it's not chewy at all. Hey Rena, hey Kathy. Hey, Rianne. All right, let me scroll back to catch up. Pho is good. Never heard of it. Hey, Beverly. French onion soup is my favorite. Made French onion soup. Chicken, it was so good. Carrie, I got a rotisserie chicken, so I'm going to kind of cheat and just break up the rotisserie chicken. Morty's saying hi again. I'm going to break up the rotisserie chicken and put it in my French onion soup. Hey, Nadir. Hey, Beverly. OMG, that sounds so good. I love soup. Hey, Rihanna. Unrolled cabbage roll soup? I'll have to try it. I love cabbage. Hey, Monique. Hey, Celie. Hello. Somebody asked what sheet crab soup is. So it's like, it's a cream-based soup, and it's kind of sweet. Sometimes there's corn in it. Sometimes there's no corn. At different restaurants, sometimes they put like sweet corn in it. And then it has like big lumps of crab meat in it, and it's very, very yummy. No, we're not in the new house yet. That's not going to be until October or November. Hey, Helen. Hey, Michelle. Hello, hello. Hey, Cecil. Morty, get down, baby. He just wants love. You smell all the good food? You smell it? Hey, Michelle. Alright, I'm gonna put you down and I have to wash my hands again. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Michelle. Alright. Hands are good. Yeah, so we have half the house cleared out. So basically half the house is in the storage unit right now. And then, in like a couple of weeks or so, we're actually gonna get the rest of everything out of the house. Yeah, he can't have grapes. Hey, Jennifer, I'm trying to keep him out. He just loves food and he loves water. So every time I'm cooking, he's trying to get the food, and then I have to pick him up to take him out of the kitchen, but then I wash my hands, so then he's like, oh my gosh, the water, so he keeps coming back. Alright, so I have to add the cooking wine next. The recipe does ask for dry white cooking wine. I couldn't find dry white cooking wine, so I just got regular white cooking wine. Hopefully it's like the same thing, pretty much. But I'm going to do a 4th cup of it. Where am I going to go? I'm going to be staying with my mom and dad. So me and Zach are actually going to stay with my parents while we work on selling this place. So basically our house that we're moving into won't be done until October or November. But we're going to really try... Alexa, cancel. We're really trying... Morty, stop! We're really trying to sell this place. So we're going to move in with my parents for a month and then really actively try to sell the place in that month. And then if it doesn't sell, I guess we'll be back here. Because we don't want to like burden my parents for too long. Because a month already is like a lot. But yeah, so we're gonna stay with my parents for a month, and then if this doesn't sell, we'll come back. And then a month after that, our house should be done. And then, of course, when we're at the new house, we're going to really push selling this, too. I actually bought a bottle of dry white wine. Oh, but it's alcohol? That's weird. Yeah, the recipe said dry white cooking wine. And like you said, I only could find dry wine that was like actually like alcoholic. The only one that was non-alcoholic cooking wine, none of them said dry. So I don't know. Hey, Chrissy. This will... Why don't you stay with Jess? Oh, that'd be too crazy. It'd be way too crazy to stay with Jess. Because she has so many pets, and we have pets too. And then with Sterling too, it'd just be way too much. Too much. And she lives very far out in the farm area. Where my parents, they live in Punta Gorda, but it's closer to the highway. And Zach's work is all the way in Northport. So him being in Punta Gorda already kind of adds like an extra 30 minutes to his like work route. Even being by the highway. So if we stay with Jess, it'd be like maybe like even 2 hours for him to get to work. It'd be crazy. Alright, so I added the vinegar, and it just says to scrape the bottom, get all the brown bits. Hey Sydney, hey Chrissy, hey Michelle. Yeah, too many animals together. Jess has her 2 dogs that she always keeps separate, and then she has the fox, and then we have our cats and Greeby, and Jess also has Sterling, so I feel like with all the animals and Sterling too, it'd be just like way too much to try to keep track of, you know? Because Sterling knows how to open gates now, so if we had all the animals gated off, he knows how to open them. And obviously, like, he wouldn't know, because he's a kid, like, he doesn't know to, you know, keep the animals separate. Alright. So I added the vinegar. I keep saying vinegar, it's not vinegar. We added the wine. And now I'm going to put it on a low simmer. We're going to add the thyme and the stock, and we're going to simmer it for 30 minutes. So, let me get this. So I normally do a 50-50 of beef stock and chicken stock. Because usually you use both of these when I make the full serving. But since I'm making a half serving, I guess I'm only going to open up the chicken for now. Because I don't want to open up both. So I'll just do the one thing of chicken. Hey Imran, hey Barbara. Alright, that's on simmer, and then we're adding the thyme. Let me just double check. Let's see. Alright, so it says a few sprigs. So I guess I'll just do like, I'll just do 3 sprigs. Hey Shannon, hey Lori, hello. So I'll just add the few in, and now it has to sit for 30 minutes on a simmer. So I'm actually gonna get off now, and we'll come back in 30 minutes and I'll show you the end result, because this is just gonna sit for 30 minutes and I'm sure that's gonna be boring for you guys. So I'm gonna end this now. And then we'll do a part 2 where the soup will be done, because it's just going to simmer now for 30 minutes. So I will see you guys later. I'll see you in 30 minutes, but I will see you guys later. Bye guys. Stephanie, normally I do 50-50. So I do half beef, half chicken. But since I'm doing a half recipe instead of the full recipe, I just did the chicken. Because I wasn't going to open up this and just use half of this and half of the other. Normally when I do the full serving, I use the 2 bottles. Hey Charlene. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.